Hey all, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you the part 2 of waffle fries. I showed you last week how to make the best air fryer fries waffle style, and now we're going to make waffle chili cheese fries. That sounds great. It looks great. Let's get into it first with our chili. So in your pan here, add in some olive oil, and as that oil gets hot, add in some garlic and some chopped onions as well. Add a teeny bit of salt, and now just let the onions turn soft as it cooks down. Onions are looking great, they're smelling great, and I'm gonna get my meat now. Now today's chili is gonna be made with some ground chicken and some green chilies, tomatoes, and some beans. But if you want like a beefier version with the sweet, spicy chipotle peppers, I'm gonna link that down below. But really with chili, you can really use your favorite cuts of ground meat and really make it your own. Okay, add in your ground meat, break this down, add some salt, some pepper as well, and really you want to break down any large chunks of the meat. You want it to be nice and non-lumpy. And basically we're just working out any lumps out of this chili. Now once most of it has been kind of worked out into smaller chunks, add in your dried spices. Chili powder, then some cumin, a bit of cayenne if you want some heat. And then add in some Mexican green chilies as well. Usually comes prepared in a can, especially in North America. Great, mix all this together. You're roasting those spices with that meat to really flavor it completely. Let all that inside you. It smells awesome. Then when you can't take that great smell anymore, add in some tomatoes. These are some diced tomatoes. Then here is some chicken broth. Just about a half cup would be great. And then about a half cup each of some red kidney beans and some pinto beans. You can really eyeball it, add more, add less, based on what you prefer. And then just mix this all together. I'm also going to add in some tomato paste as that simmers. It's going to help add some of that color into our chili, as you can see right now. Now, the final chili is really a lot up to what you're looking for in your chili. So taste it. You want more spice, you want more tomato, you want more cumin. Taste it now, then add it in. I'm going to add in a bit of chili powder and some cayenne pepper as well to really get that intense flavor that just I'm used to. And I also want to have a bit more liquid so that I can let that gently just simmer and take in, because the more it simmers and the gentler it simmers, the more intense the foul flavor would be. So once it is simmering, just turn the heat all the way low and just let that simmer. Now as that simmers, I'm going to add in a touch of sugar, and that will kind of balance out all of these intense spices we just put in there. Sugar in the chili really works in magical ways because you notice it when it's not there. And at this stage, you can just transfer it to another burner on low heat. Just let that gently simmer for 15-20 minutes. Just let it simmer as long as you can while you prepare everything else, so that at the end, the chili remains nice and piping hot to just pour over our fries. Let's look at our fries now. Okay, let's have a look at how to make the waffle fries. You can check out the full detailed recipe. Click the link down below. Let's start with your potatoes. So look for some yellow Yukon Gold potatoes. That's my favorite kind when it comes to fries. And then make sure it's not too thick, otherwise your waffle shapes would be kind of too big and awkward to handle. Peel that or leave the peel on if you like. And what you need is a crinkle cutter. And what you want to follow is a
crisscross pattern as you cut with the help of the crinkle cutter. So cut it one way, rotate the potato 90 degrees, and then cut it again. And then you'll get that cross hash to make the waffle shape with your potatoes. Do the same with all the potatoes and then add them to some water for the extra starch to get leached out. In the meanwhile, you can boil some water. You want to cook the potatoes first, and then we want to make them into fries. So you shouldn't need more than a few minutes in the water, and then carefully drain them, pat them dry, toss them all into a large bowl, coat them with olive oil, and then arrange them in your air fryer basket. Now, because there are all these holes in the potato, a bit of overlap is fine because the potatoes are literally helping with the hot air to be circulated. Then just bake them at 400 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes and make sure to toss them at about the 7 to 8 minute mark, and just keep a close eye until the fries are nicely brown, golden brown, crisp. Now you can repeat this with as many more batches you have left. Okay, now it's time to make the cheese sauce, and just make sure you prioritize that at the very end once the chili is ready to serve and your fries are almost ready. This should not take more than about 10 minutes. So add some butter in your pan, and once it's molten, add in your flour. We're gonna make our roux classic bechamel sauce. We wanna mix that up and then just roast that roux until it smells nutty and is basically cooked through. Then start adding in some cold milk, a little bit at a time. I'm gonna add about a quarter cup every time. The roux will start to become tighter, and every time the mixture starts to simmer just like this, it becomes thicker. So you can just gradually add in all of your milk. And once the sauce is coming together, it's getting thick, it's simmering, let's start seasoning it. So add in some garlic powder, some cayenne pepper for some heat and some color, a little bit of salt. Let's hold on to that. We can adjust more after we added the cheese, and a bit of pepper in there as well. Just mix that together now and just do a visual check to see if the chili is good to go and the fries are basically almost ready. You can hold it at this stage as long as you want until you are ready to start serving. We'll add the cheese at the very end. And once you're ready, just bring that bechamel back up to a simmer and add in your cheese. I'm using some old cheddar and some mozzarella. And then as soon as you've added it, take the pan off the heat so we can melt it with indirect heat that's already in the pan, so that we don't let that cheese split and have an unpleasant watery texture in the sauce. And once the cheese has completely melted and you have a nice, smooth, pulley, kind of stretchy kind of sauce, let's prepare the chili cheese fries. And if you had multiple batches, just put them all in one final batch at the end, just to warm them up, crisp them up. Then be generous with some nice spoonfuls of that thick chili, just the way I like it. Now finally add in that fresh, creamy cheese sauce. Use as much as you want. We did make a bit extra, so if you do have leftovers, mac and cheese, here we go. And now finally top it with a bunch of fresh green onions. You can use chives, you can put some pico on top, you can put some sour cream on top, really go crazy, fresh corn. This is your baby to finish, and voila. So I do hope that you enjoyed this recipe, that you enjoyed this video. It's gonna be so much fun. Fun fries was amazing, so I do hope you had your fun with fries with these videos. And I'm looking forward to show you a brand new month with a brand new theme, so stay tuned. Bye guys.